Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out life replays for today's card. And on today's show, as we're post Super Bowl, we got a lot of hoops for you guys here. 10 games from the NBA. Pretty attractive card from college basketball. Some pretty good matchups today as well. Hockey, we're still 2 weeks away. We're still going through the Olympics right now as we speak. Curling is on. I see some slalom racing. So it's early morning here with in the afternoon, early afternoon there in Italy. So that's what's going on right now in the sports world, guys. We ask you to do is give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. And set notifications because we have 5 live shows over our channel, so you don't want to miss any of the free pick content that comes over. And of course, we're always interacting with you in the chat, so you guys are always welcome to post your comments and post your picks in the chat. Yes, you can post your picks in the chat. Just make it respectable as you respond or post your plays there. All right, let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Rod, what's going on?
No, not too much. Definitely, if you like defense, it wasn't a bad Super Bowl. Figured just what I figured: slow starting, slow scoring. We went 1-2 because I took a shot with New England. Everybody was on Seattle to get the win, and hey, sometimes the public does get the win. And shout out the Seattle defense there. I think they won the MVP in that one because Drake May was under pressure a lot. What with 7 sacks, setting a record or tying a record for the most sacks in a Super Bowl. So shout out the Seattle defense. It just made it tough. And then as we were talking on the back end, just went to the hurry up offense just a touch too late. Did New England because they started to get things rolling. But hey, not a bad Super Bowl. Not complaining. Not the worst one I've watched, but definitely I'm not gonna. I'll make it to the middle of the pack because it definitely wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. So I'll give it the middle of the pack rating. For me, I went light on the props. I believe we went 2-1 on the props and 1-2 on the bets because I took both the Patriots money line and spread. And then I took the under in the first half. So 1-2 there, 2-1 on the props. Split, lost a little bit of juice, but thanks to the Heat giving us a nice little first half win. We won there, and then I believe we went 1-1 in college basketball. So is what it is on a Sunday. Heading on to Monday, let's start a new week strong here. As I said, half decent basketball slate. Some pretty good ones on the NBA, and not a bad college basketball card for a Monday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
They know how to do it. They said, football's over. Let's give them some good matchups like Arizona, Kansas, some good ones there today. Let's hear a little Bo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Like I tell people, man, Super Bowl just one game. Don't go crazy on it. I had like 3 plays in there, man. So it was an okay game. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like Rod said, if you like defense, it was a great game. But looking forward to the next year, man. So it's gonna try to get these guys some cash today.
That's right. Looking forward to all the draft coming up, free agency. Football has 24. It's a 365-day-a-year sport now. So look forward to all the offseason news. Alan knows what's happening.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty disappointing, at least for most of the game there with the Patriots. I mean, I was on the Patriots, so maybe that's why. If I was on the Seahawks, maybe I would have enjoyed it a bit more. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It seemed like every time the Patriots had the ball, I'd blink, and then it would be Seahawks with the ball again. So again, was definitely hoping and expecting a much closer game. As far as props are concerned, yeah, we went 1-1. Barner came through, but I guess we really wanted that Henry one. But I guess I'll take that, and we'll look forward to next football season, I guess. Lots of basketball and baseball coming up to keep us entertained until then.
Sure will, indeed. Let's go to Solo. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy to be here. I think we went 1-1, hit the under in the Celtics game, and also had the Patriots plus 4.5. Kind of got after Drake May. He looked a little rattled, looked a little inaccurate. The lack of weapons for the Patriots also showed too. So, I'm sure they'll make some adjustments. I'm sure they'll give them some juice next season. Let's make some money.
Indeed, yeah. I couldn't find a winner yesterday. I had a rough one. Yeah, I was on the Patriots. Yeah, we were talking back stage here about the Drake May and how much better he looked and more comfortable he looked in that up-tempo offense, but that's not Seattle's style. Go back to Drake May when he's at North Carolina. Look at those scores, 54-48. I mean, it was nothing but up tempo. And I don't know if that's to me, if if I'm Drake May, I try to speed it up a little bit because he looked more comfortable in a fast-paced offense than he did in this, huddle and run the clock down in year zero. That's not his style of play. And, that's what they always say. You kind of fit your system to the style of the players you have. Nobody more important than the quarterback. So maybe that's something McDaniel can learn and over the season. But again, you got a defensive-minded coach who doesn't like these defensive-minded coaches. They don't like these fast-paced offense because it wears out the defense. So it's going to be a struggle here to see what they do with May. I think May, we'll see what they do. But unless he gets comfortable in that style of New England's pro-style set, slow pace.
But I got to get him a weapon. He don't have no weapon.
That's true. He don't have weapons. But to me, he just looked more comfortable when the pace is faster. Just that's what it looked to me. And I think they're going to have to make some changes.
Get a run game going. He got an offensive line that's I'm telling you, got what's his name there on the left, Campbell. He's just a turnstile there on blocking. He's not a bad run blocker, but when he tries to thwart off the pressure, he just kind of turnstile opens it up and lets the guy in. He's not been good. So they need a couple of places. You definitely need to establish a run, and they couldn't do that, and that was key. If you're just smashing a wall and going 1 yard, just now you're having to throw it.
Campbell does need to go to guard. He's not a left tackle.
Yeah, he's not a left tackle. Yeah, they you could tell an offensive lineman when they're like this, they're getting pushed back. They couldn't get any forward thrust. The line blocking was terrible. It was they're always getting up like this. That's horrible. And you're like this, an offensive lineman, you're getting pushed back. You need to be pushing thrust. You need to be thrusting forward, and that was the problem there. Yep. The offensive line was just too weak, I think, for New England also. They couldn't open up.
I guess it stood true, man. They were saying that the Patriots were fraudulent. So I guess that schedule, did kind of pan out like they said, man. Like you said, Tony, it would have been a better game if it been Buffalo in there or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that week schedule kind of proved to be right what everybody was saying.
We got robbed. We got robbed of Buffalo with that crappy call. The knee was down. He was down. It was on an interception. We got robbed.
He was down. It should have been Buffalo. Yeah, we totally got robbed of Buffalo Super Bowl. Definitely.
Because I wanted Buffalo, Seattle would have Buffalo, Seattle, Buffalo Rams would have a great Super Bowl.
Josh Allen turned the ball over 6 times. They don't deserve to win.
That's true. That's another one there, right? He made a lot of mistakes in that game, but still, I would have rather seen Buffalo in the Super Bowl. But again, that's right.
Another guy with no weapons, right? You look at Allen. How many weapons did he have? Nothing. They couldn't go and get him another receiver. You got everything else to go around him, but you didn't even in the offseason at least get him one. No, you expected him to do it all and carry the team on his shoulders. Poor guy. He sure tried. He definitely gave it all, even being injured.
And Buffalo needs to tighten up the defense too. That was another sore spot for them. Is been the defense. That's couldn't stop anything. You could tell in preseason, looking at those preseason scores, how bad the defense was. I said, "Oh my goodness, there's no depth on this Buffalo team. They're going to have trouble because you don't go injury free in the NFL. And when your backups look terrible, your second string looks terrible, you're in trouble. That's a true tale sign there. But all right, let's get to guys. We'll get to the NBA 10-game card. We'll do blocks of 4, 4, and 2, and we'll take a look at what's rolling tonight. Some good matchups here, including Pistons and Hornets here. Look at this: Pistons 2.5 on the road. There's a 3 in the spot right now, total 223. Bulls and Nets, Chicago 3.5 on the road, total 219. Jazz and Heat, the back-to-back team open 9 down to 7.5 and 8.5 in some spots right now. Miami favored in that game, total 240. Bucks and Magic, it will be the Magic 10.5, total 219.5. We'll take a look at the injury reports here for these games. Pistons and Charlotte, it's Holland, Toulouse-Smith out. Duren is probable for Detroit. For Charlotte, it's Branham and Kobe White out. For Utah and Miami, no George. Harkless also out. For Miami, no Hero, no Larson, no Rozier. Norman Powell now is probable there for Miami. Chicago and Brooklyn, no Collins. Jones, Giddey are doubtful. Smith there is questionable. For the Nets, the rookie Igor Demon is out. So is Michael Porter for Brooklyn. And then we go over to Milwaukee and Orlando. Giannis Prince out. Castleton out here. Hey, Franz Wagner upgraded to questionable. So we get a little upgrade there for Franz Wagner, but we are not in Germany, so I don't know if he'll play in this game. So we get started here with Rod.
Yeah, the first couple games here in this block. Looking at, give me the Hornets here, staying hot. One of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. Continuing to roll along, getting a 3-point dog in this spot. So I'll grab the 3 points here against the Pistons squad that did get the earlier win head-to-head between these two squads. So revenge spot, different Charlotte team back in November, I believe that game was. Detroit, hey, off to that great start, first in the East. I think the Hornets are going to make some noise here and be like, hey, don't forget about us. We're coming. Playing some good ball. I'll grab the 3 with the Hornets in that one. And then give me the Heat here in the first half. I think they get out to a hot start like they always do. I had them yesterday, first half as well, and got out to that nice first half lead. And I think they do the same thing here. I don't want to trust them full game because the Jazz have been cover machines, 29 and 24. I know out on the road they haven't been cover machines as much, 6 and 20 straight up, but you're getting 7. It's up to 8 now in spots. I would lean to the Jazz full game, but I'll take the Heat to go hot, have a nice lead heading into the locker room at the break. Give me the Heat.
All right, we got breaking news. North Dakota State will be in the Mountain West, so that's another team we need to study for next football season. North Dakota State, a powerhouse in FCS, will be in the Mountain West. So Phil Steele, get to work and get that team in that publication. On over to Bo.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the 2 games. I'm gonna look at the Milwaukee of them points. Both sides have won 3 in a row. But if I ever let him play, I still think he'll be not 100%. Milwaukee still, man, they've been playing good without Giannis, so I'm gonna grab all the points, man. Like we talked about it last time. I played Indiana. I was on the other side. Y'all kind of woke me up to that. You know what I'm saying? They still been looking good without Giannis. So just think that's too many points for Orlando to be laying. And I'm looking at that Miami team total. I cashed with it the last time. Last time they played Utah, man, they hung 147. So I think they'll be able to clear the 123.5. So I like the Heat team total over that.
There was Bo. Next up, El Ninos.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to get a couple more points with the Hornets here. Should be a great game to watch, though. I do like the Jazz getting those points with the rest advantage there. As Rod said, if you like the Heat, probably not a bad look backing them early there, first quarter or first half. But yeah, full game, I like the points with the Jazz there that are coming off another close loss. And yeah, I agree with what Bo was saying about the Bucks here. They've been playing well. Again, double digits here feels like way too many. I wouldn't lay this many with Orlando against anyone. So no disrespect to the Magic. I think they can hang with anyone as well, but just don't see them blowing teams out more often than not. So I'll take the points with the Bucks there.
There we go. Alnias on over to Solo.
Yeah, I agree. The Magic are playing well, but can't lay double digits with Orlando. Milwaukee's obviously playing hard without Giannis. I think points at premium. I think ever since the Magic got Suggs back, I think the defense steps up. I think they lock down, buckle up, take this total under 220. Jazz and the Heat, I think Heat on back-to-back. Jazz got a little rest. I think Norman Powell's in when he plays. They get up and down. They shoot the 3. Neither team playing defense. Take this total over 240.
There we go with Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I look at the Hornets side here. Man, when you've got, like we said, Knoepel, Ball, Miller in the lineup, I think their efficiency numbers through the roof, over 130 points per 100 possessions. That's pretty strong here. The Pistons having struggles hitting the threes. That's been their weakness this season. And Hornets a really good 3-point shooting team and playing good defense. Now I'll look at them in this spot. Yeah, I'll take the Jazz here plus the points here. I know, although they do sit Markin and Jaren Jackson late in games, but I think there'll be enough margin to cover this one because they're another team tanking. Don't take too much in that Miami-Washington game. Washington is totally tanking. They have to finish in the bottom 8 to get that first-round pick. So they are a total team in total tank mode right now. NBA's got to do so. You cannot have these conditional picks. Hey, if we finish in the bottom 8, we keep our first-round pick. Well, NBA, you shouldn't allow those type of deals because this is what you get, right? Tanking, so total tanking there. So I'll look at Utah there. I got to look at the Bucks here. There's some defense being played there. It is a Doc Rivers team, right? So you're going to get some defense out of this team, and they have been shooting the ball pretty well. Magic in terrible defensive form over the past 2 weeks, giving up 50% shooting. Bucks have wanted to cover 3 straight. The defense is why, right? So we'll look at the Bucks in that spot. I don't want to touch that Nets and Bulls game. That one's kind of That's a tricky game. Believe it or not, the Nets are not that bad at home. They only have like a minus, what's their rating at home? Minus 3.7 net rating. For a last place team, it's usually like six or higher in the negative. But but this defense for the Bulls is just real bad. And some people do not like what the Bulls did during the trade deadline. So we'll see how things move forward. All right, let's continue on. Next four on the board: Kings and Pelicans. It's the Pelicans laying 8 here, 7.5 as well. Look at that, total 230.5. Hawks and T-Wolves. It is Minnesota 6.5 on the back-to-back, total 238.5. Cavs and Nuggets. This one's a pick'em. Nuggets at home, total 240. Thunder and Lakers. Your Peacock game at night. Thunder here 6.5, 7. Total 223.5. Let's take a look at the injuries here in this block of games. We go to Kings Pelicans. It will be Hunter, Levine, Monk, Murray out for Sacramento. McDermott, Sabonis questionable. Murray, only one out here for New Orleans. For the Hawks in Minnesota, of course, Minnesota, the back-to-back team here. The Hawks, no Kuminga, no Daniels questionable for Atlanta. It's just Shannon out for Minnesota. Keep an eye on Minnesota because we've seen Edwards with that foot missing games of late. So early here in the morning, check out Happy Hour to get the final word on these injuries, especially these teams on back-to-backs. Minnesota just showing Shannon right now as we speak. Cleveland and Denver, it's Mobley and Strus out for Cleveland. Tyson and Wade are questionable. For Denver, it's Bates, Gordon, Jones, and Watson. Peyton Watson is contributing for this team, believe it or not. He's out. Murray is questionable. That's the one you got to keep an eye on. Jokic and Braun are both probable in that game. We go to OKC and the Lakers. SGA, Mitchell, AJ Mitchell, 2 contributors, and Topic are out for OKC. Luka, Tiro are out. 8 is probable there for the Lakers. And we go on over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at Minnesota, back-to-back squad, right? Yeah, but laying a big number. I don't trust Minnesota laying a big number. You look what they've done as a home favorite, and 9-14 in their home games as a home favorite. 13-8 straight up, so they've been winning games, just not covering as a home favorite. And you look at Atlanta out on the road as a road dog. Well, they're 11-6 ATS wise as a road dog. So give me Atlanta there and in that spot. Also lead to an under in this game. You look at these home games as a home favorite. Minnesota 17-6 to the under in this spot, and you look as an underdog of 3.5 to 9.5. Atlanta 7-2 to the under. So at 236, this thing's rising. So it went up to 235, up to 236. I'm not in a rush to bet it, but give me the under in this matchup. Another one I'm looking at in this spot, I'll take the Pelicans. They're a 7.5-point favorite for a reason. I don't trust Sacramento in this spot out on the road. They're missing too many guys. I think this is a good spot for the Pelicans to step up and win by double digits. I'll lay the 7.5 with the Pelicans, which is a rare thing to do because don't want to be laying points with the Pelicans too often. But I think this is the spot that they pound the Kings. Kings dealing with just too many injuries. Pelicans come to play, especially at home there. If this was on the road, land 7, no way. But here, yes, 10-plus win. 10-plus point win for the Pelicans in that one.
Here we go. Here from Rod. SGA out of the All-Star game. Alperen Sengun will take his place there. So news there in the All-Star game coming up. On over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with Denver at home. I know they lost against Cleveland earlier, but now they got Joker back into that lineup. It's always tough to go play in the ball arena. So I'm gonna take a shot, man, with the Denver Nuggets. Not really too too strong about it, but I think they do get the win. But I'm gonna take the plus 1.5. And then at the OKC game without SGA, we've been watching OKC, man, with these type of numbers. They have been dropping them. As a matter of fact, in the last 6, laying 6 or more points, they lost 3 of them straight up. So I'm gonna take the Lakers. LeBron is playing. I think they'll get that cover. And I also like the over 223 in that game.
From Mo, next up, El Ninos.
Yeah, I was actually kind of leaning a little bit the other way here. Just not really rushing to lay many points in this matchup between the Kings and the Pelicans. But let's have some fun and look at a different way. Let's take the Kings in the first half here with the points. I'll take yeah, I agree. Not gonna lay any points with the Timberwolves here on the back-to-back. So I like the Hawks there with the rest advantage, and they've done really well against the spread in this matchup. 9-1 the last 10 ATS here against Minnesota. So I'll take the points with the Hawks. Yeah, Cavs Nuggets might be I don't know. It should be a great one. I was a little leaning towards the Cavs though to get it done. Should be a good one. Wouldn't be shocked to see the Nuggets pull this one off, but I really like Mitchell, and I don't think well, we'll see how he gels with Harden, I guess, but should be a fun one to watch.
There we go with Alninos. Next up on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Kings and the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans is a play, but it's just far too many points for me. I'm not comfortable laying 7.5. I know New Orleans is I want to say they're 4-0 as home favorites, so I think they come to play. Kings definitely beat up. I think it's a really good spot for the Pelicans. As far as the Hawks and the Timberwolves, like I said, Timberwolves on back-to-back. I think the Hawks find a way to play a little defense in this one. Maybe just here and there, pocket defense. Find a way to take this total under 238.5.
Yeah, from Solo. Tell me anything about some of these games here. I'm going to go over with Sacramento, New Orleans. This Kings team not playing any defense. They've gone over in 4 straight. The Pelicans have been making their threes. I think we're going to see a bit of a pace here of play because Sacramento doesn't play defense. I think this is opportunities for the Pelicans to pad some stats here. It's a weak defensive team in Sacramento. I like over in that one there. I'll look at the Cavs here to get it done against the Nuggets. That Murray injury kind of concerns me. Nuggets have lost 3 of 4 with poor 3-point defense. Cavaliers are a 15-10 road team. I'll look here at this Cleveland team to get it done here on the road. They are 15-10 with a +5 net rating. Believe it or not, Denver just 14-10 home team. I was surprised to see that there. But I think some of their games have been. I think they got hit with a lot of home games with injuries there. So I'll look at Cleveland there to pick them in that spot. I'll look at the Lakers plus the points here against OKC. SJ Mitchell's contributor. He hit that injury is key. But again, OKC just not in the greatest form over the past 2 weeks, 45% shooting. Lakers have been shooting the ball pretty well. OKC there has some issues covering here with issues shooting the basketball. I'll look at the Lakers at plus the points. All right, let's continue on Tony Spick's Morning Show. Close out NBA with these final 2. Grizzlies and Warriors. The Warriors 7. There are 6.5s out there. Total 223.5. Sixers and Blazers. Sixers still on the road here. Laying 3 on the road. Total 227.5. We'll look at the injury report here for these final 2. We've got Memphis and Golden State. For Memphis, it's Aldama, Clark, Edey, Morant out. Clayton is questionable. Ty Jerome is in. That's someone to keep an eye on for Memphis. For Golden State, no Steph, no Steph Curry, that is, for Golden State. Cryer and Porzingis out. Philly and Portland, no George. Embiid is now downgraded to questionable. He was probable about an hour ago, but he's been downgraded to questionable for Philly. For Portland, no Murray, no Sharp, no Thibault. Williams and Avila are both questionable. Scoot has been upgraded to probable. That's the biggest upgrade that we've seen with Scoot. We may see Scoot in the lineup here. We'll see how that rolls. We get started here with the Rot.
Tough spot of games. Do you want to lay 7 with the Warriors? Beat up? Nope, not this guy. I'll take Memphis plus the 7. There's your DGen game of the day. Teams that are beat up, mismatched, don't even know what's going on. Warriors 4-6 in their last 10. Memphis 2-8. So you look ATS wise, both 4-6 ATS wise in the last 10. So 7, you're gonna be a touchdown. I'll take Memphis plus the 7 in that one. You know, I might even sprinkle on the money line. I think they could come into Golden State and get themselves a win in that streak. I believe they've lost 11 straight coming into Golden State. Yep, Golden State Warriors have won 11 straight home game versus the Grizzlies. That ends. Give me the Grizzlies on the money line. They come in and beat up the Warriors there in that one. Only one I like in the spot.
There you go. All right, let's continue on. We move on. I don't know, Jerry Jones. Donald didn't get the MVP. It's kind of bad when you win the game, you don't get the MVP as quarterback. It's almost like a loss in my there. We move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, give me them. I'm gonna look at the Trailblazers plus a 3.5. This is a 5th road game for Philadelphia. It's looking towards like Embiid would not be playing out if he down a little bit more. So I like the way Portland been looking at the house, man. So I'm gonna take them 3.5 with them Blazers.
There we go. We move on over to El Ninos.
I'm gonna agree with Rod here and take the points with the Grizzlies. Just again, not rushing to lay any points with this version of the Warriors. Don't care who they're playing, so I'll take the points with the Grizzlies in that one.
Next up, we move on over to Solo.
Yeah, 76 in Portland. Look like Portland's getting somewhat healthy. I think they come to play. I think they get up and down. 76 is a long road trip. I think the defense falls apart. I'm going to take this total over 227.5.
There from Solo. I like the over in the Grizzlies and Warriors. This Grizzlies team is absolutely no defense, fast-paced team. This is the hustle, right? What they do, they hustle. They've gone over in 5 straight. Absolutely no defense. I think there's going to be opportunity for Golden State to pad some stats. And when you're a reserve, you're a starter, you can see opportunity to get those numbers. You can get them here against Memphis because there's no defense being played by this Grizzlies team right now. And they're shooting the ball pretty well. And I think they'll get the pace of play where we'll get the numbers up here. But Golden State over the past 2 weeks, given a 48% shooting, 38% from 3. I look for points scored in this one, like the over in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn attention to college basketball. Attractive card here for a Monday. So we're going to break this up in 2 blocks. So in block number 1, we will cover the games from 6:30, and we'll go all the way till 8:30 Eastern time. So the 9 Eastern and later will be in block number 2. So let's take a look here. Let me fix my time sorting here. I think I got my time sorting messed up here. Here we go. All right, so we'll start the games. A degenerate game here, I'm sorry, at 4 Eastern time. Can't forget about Chicago State here in action today. There. So we'll cover that one, and we'll go all the way to 8:30 Eastern time. So some of the notables here are Xavier, St. John's. St. John's laying 15.5. What's happened to Xavier? NC State, Louisville. Louisville 6.5. The 7s are gone. That was a bigger number last night, but they're still about a 6.5-point favorite. What else do we have in this block? Belmont Bradley is pretty interesting here. Belmont 2.5 on the road against Bradley, and then Indiana, Oregon having a forgettable year this year. Indiana 10.5 in that game. So we'll start it off here with Rob.
Yeah, for me here, give me the under Navy Bucknell, low scoring game, slow pace. Navy can play some solid defensive basketball. These 2 teams met already once before, and Bucknell struggled to get to 60. I think they do the same there. Struggle to get to 60. Navy's defense is that good. I think the Navy as well. And then looking at Xavier, St. John's, I'll take Xavier first half. If you look, these teams have already met once. It took St. John's a big second half to come roaring back. Xavier had a huge lead in that first half of that game they played earlier this year. They pinned 49 on St. John's, and after that game on Friday night, nice big win for St. John's over UConn. And then Rick Pitino telling everybody, hey, 5 a.m. curfew, no problem. You can have the 5 a.m. curfew. So we know what Rick Pitino teams do on the weekend. So slow starting St. John's here. I'll take Xavier plus the points in the first half here in this one. Another one I like in this block of games. Give me NC State here on the road. Definitely 6.5 is too many for Louisville to be laying here at home. Louisville, 7-7 ATS-wise? Sure, 12-2 straight up. Winning games, not getting covers. Give me NC State there in the Wolfpack. Another one in this spot. Here's the Fool's Sharp play of the day. Everybody and his mama's going to hump on Oregon thinking that, oh, look, they played well against Purdue. Look at them go. But that sucked. They're the worst team in the basketball. They suck, stink, stippity, doubly, stippily, triply, goddamn stink. They're the worst team. Don't be betting on the Ducks. You're going to take your money today if you want to be sprinkling a little on the Ducks. Telling me, don't do it. Don't touch a Duck today. Not on a Monday. You're in deep doo-doo. Indiana wins huge. I'm going to find a nice extendo. I think they win by 20 plus. The Ducks' second game out on the road. Congrats. You kept it close with Purdue. You ain't going to keep it close with Indiana at home. No chance. No chance. That just left. The fat lady's already singing. La, 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 la. I can hear her. So don't be betting the Ducks there. In that one.
Yeah, Rod on over the boat.
I'm gonna look at 3 games in this block. First, I'm gonna look at Navy. I'm gonna lay them points. They already beat Bucknell by 21. They defense is pretty good, like Rod just said. I think they'll shut Bucknell again. So I'm gonna lay them 7.5 with the Navy. I like Belmont, the money line over Bradley. This team is I think 12-2 in this conference. They're shot 7-8 points or more in the last 4 out of 5 games. I think they'll get the job done. They already beat Bradley by 10 earlier, so give me Belmont. And other game I'm looking at, I like NC State as well, plus 6.5. They have been shooting pretty good on offense. They scored 81 points or more in the last 3 out of 4 games. They have a 9-2 record in the AAC, so I think they'll be able to keep it close over Louisville. So I like them 6.5 points with NC State.
There we go with Bo on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I ended up on the under there in that Navy Bucknell game. Navy coming in at 15-8 to the under. Bucknell's 17-8 to the under. We got 2 teams that play slow, so take the under there. Looking at this Xavier St. John's game, went the other way on that one. St. John is 12-10 the under, but Xavier 16-7 the over, and we got 2 teams that play fast. 7 of the last 10 meetings have gone over the total, so I'll take that one to go over. I agree with Bo there on Belmont. Like them to go out and get the job done there on the road again. And looking at that Indiana-Oregon game, I will not touch the side, but I will take another under here. We got 2 teams trending under and 2 teams that play at a slower pace, so I'll take the under in that one.
There we go with Rod, with El Ninos on over to Solo.
Yale and Howard. Yale is far superior team. They have better size. Play methodical offense. They're going to slow it down. They're going to speed Howard up on offense and create turnovers. Control the glass. Lay it with Yale. Valpo and Drake. I actually think the wrong team is favored in this one. I think Valpo's a better team. I think they come to play. They've been solid all season. ATS. I think this is a down year for Drake. I think Valpo gets the win on the money line. You guys take the points, and I'm going to save some of this other stuff. Got to put a couple plays in.
There you go with Solo. I tell you what I like here. I'm going to look at NC State here. They've won 8 of 9. I know the schedule doesn't look that tough, but still, I got to respect 8 of 9 here. Louisville's been able to cover 8 of 10. Spots of poor shooting. I look at NC State here, a team that's 3rd in offensive efficiency in the ACC. They're hitting 42% from 3 in the conference. So I got to respect that here. This is the Louisville team that hits just 33% from 3 and give up 37%. So 3-point defense is Louisville's weakness. 3-point shooting is NC State's strength, and I'm going to get 6.5. I'll take the 6.5 there with NC State. Also, give me Rio Grande Valley here, number 1 in offensive efficiency in the effective field goal shooting in the Southland, a team that makes 2s, they make 3s, they hit their free throws, and they defend very well the 3-point line and the 2-point shot pretty well. And Nicholls State, not a very good shooting team, 9th in effective field goal defense in the Southland, 55% from 2, and therefore this Colonel's team. So I'll look at Rio Grande Valley here, lay that number. Also, I'll look here at Charleston and pick them. They've not lost a home game in conference play. Wilmington has failed to cover 10 of 13 with poor shooting. Charleston have won and covered 5 straight with really great shooting. I'll look at Charleston there at home to get the cover. And yeah, I agree with Belmont on the road here. The Braves have failed to cover 10 of 13 with poor defense. They are 10th in effective field goal defense in the conference is Bradley. And you look here at Belmont, 1st in offensive efficiency in the Missouri Valley, 42% from 3, 60% from 2. I'll look here at Belmont in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Close out college hoop with the final games. In this block, we're covering the games at 9 Eastern and the only game at 10 Eastern. Oh, we left only 3 games in this block. All right, I might have screwed it up. But anyway, but we got a notable one, Arizona and Kansas. Arizona 1.5 coming down from the opener of 3. And then we've got Alabama State Southern. Northern Iowa and Murray State should be a pretty good one. Missouri Valley Conference teams there. Murray State laying 5, total 142.5. So we've got 3 in this last block. We go to Rod.
I like to take the over Arizona and Kansas. People think it's going to be a defensive type game. I think go the other way, take track meet type game. 151 seems a little light. I think both these squads can get into the 160s there in that one. And from what I'm seeing, everybody's humping on this under. So I'll go the other way. Give me the over 151.5 here, Arizona, Kansas. No defense played. A lot of offense. We get into the 160s between those squads. Give me the over.
Yeah, with Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see that number going down, like you said. But I think Arizona they're just gonna be too tough, man. I think the shortest person on this team is 6'7", so they just too tall, too long. I know they playing in Fall Allen. That's probably the only reason why this line going down. But I think they get the job done, man. I'm gonna lay the points with Arizona. I like that Northern Iowa game over 142. They already met earlier this season. It was a total of 156 points. So I went way over this 142. Think we see some points in the Murray State game. So I like the over 142 in them.
There we go with Bo on over to El Ninos.
I'm gonna agree with Bo again here. I'm gonna take Arizona. Should be a good game here on the road, but again, coming in 6-0 on the road, so still undefeated there. I'll keep riding with Arizona here to cover the small number.
There from Al on over to Solo.
Alabama State and Southern. This line last night was 6.5. It's on the move. I'm still comfortable with Southern. Anything under 9.5. I think the Jags roll them. I think they apply pressure. I think they pull away second half. Alabama State can't shoot the three. They don't get to the free throw line. They don't rebound. I think they get rolled. Play with the Jags.
There was Solo. One I like here. I'll go Murray State here. Lay the number. Murray State is a really good shooting team in the Missouri Valley Conference. 56% inside, 79% the line. Northern Iowa just doesn't shoot the ball effectively, and I know they defend, but they're just not a good shooting team. So I'll look at Murray State in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Weeks Morning Show. It's now time for our parlay peripheral segment, where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start with Rod.
Three-teamer, we're going to take the Heat there first half, lay the 5 in that one, and then we'll lay with the Pelicans, and then we're going to throw in the Hoosiers, give me Indiana to whoop it up on the Ducks in that one. Three-teamer for you.
The teamer there with Rod. We move on over to Bo.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and make it a little nice on this one. I'm going to take Portland Trail Blazers money line. I think they straight up beat Philadelphia. I like that over 142 between Murray State and Northern Iowa. I like Belmont on the money line.
There from Bo. Next up, El Ninos.
And go Jazz, Bucks, and Hawks.
From El Ninos on over to Solo.
We're going to go with the lay it with Navy. The NBA game. I forgot the game that quick. What was it? The Magic and the Bucks under. And we're going to lay it with Southern.
Yeah, from Solo, I'll take the Jazz plus. I'll take Cleveland to win it and give me the Lakers plus the points there in that one. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what we have for sale over at Tony's Picks. We just gave you our free plays, but if you're looking for our best bets, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com right now. That's where you're going to find our best bets premium plays up there for you right now. With games up there for you right now. Best bets and more. A lot of hoops in action today, guys. So click the link in the description. That'll take you right over to our site at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll take a look, see what's rolling on the site for today here. We'll take a look and see what we've got rolling here with Rod. See what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Put together a great year in college hoops here in 2025. 3,156 units of profit. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me over at Tony's Picks, hey, speaking of college basketball, I got my game of the month. I absolutely love that play in college basketball. You can scoop that up singly. And then I've got some NBA. I just have to throw them up in a 3-pack for you guys there in the NBA. Love this NBA slate. So I'll have a 3-pack and a best bet in the NBA. It's just in the back end. I haven't got it into a package yet. So best way to go is to grab that week-long Moneymakers Pass, and you'll get everything we got going this week. Great way to kickstart your week is grab that week-long pass, and you won't miss out on anything we got going this week. Lots of college basketball, lots of NBA. Looking forward to this week's slate of games. Perfect week for making money. So jump aboard, take advantage. 2-for-1 capper promotional as well here at Tony's Picks. Can't go wrong with that. Having 2 cappers put money in your pocket is the way to go. Also, when you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks, you get any prop plays that the cappers put in included in your pass, and then also all long-term subscriptions. You get that late Steam play if the capper finds that one late info play that you find out that the player's in, out, injured, whatever, and they put that in. You'll get that directly emailed to you, and I believe they're still working on the SMS that you'll get a text message right to you. So that'll be coming very shortly, where you'll just get notified at your phone where I'm like, hey, Kevin, put the play in. Here it is. You got to join them. So hey, definitely jump aboard something long-term here at Tony's Picks, because that is the way to go if you're serious about padding your bankroll. And we don't miss out, because sometimes you'll lose our best bet, but we win the other 3 bets we have in, and you go with a 3 in one day. So you don't want to miss out on any of the plays that I got rolling. That is the way to go. So jump aboard.
Board with Rod. Yes, waiting on that SMS. A lot of paperwork we got to submit there for the SMS these days.
Yes.
So it's a lot. That's a lot going on there. So we'll have that in the system. So that's right. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Let's take a look, see what Bo has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks for today's card. Looking at Bo here, he's put together pretty good numbers here in college hoops, and these numbers are all based on $100 unit wager size. So Bo, what you got for sale today?
Yeah, I got my $19 best bet up there right now. I'm looking at add another 2 in college basketball, but that $19 best bet is in the NBA. But like we always say, guys, that 2-for-1 special is always up there, so that's a nice option. Get some long term. That'll be the best way to go, guys. You know what I'm saying? One day, really not can gauge what we can do for your pocket. So I at least recommend get 3 days. That way you can really see what we can do with your investments. So make sure to get some long term. Use that code Tony T at checkout. Say that 15%. Now, like I said, man, check that leaderboard out. All these guys up there, man, they've been killing it. So make sure to go check them out, man. Get some of them picks, man. Put some bread in your pocket. Once again, use that code Tony T. Say that 15%.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Bo over at Tony's Picks. Best bet on the board right now. Of course, your long-term subscription is the way to go with all these sports overlapping right now. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn our profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Bo over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks right now. We'll take a look and see what Solo has got for sale right now. So let's put together good numbers here in the NBA of late. Solo, what's for sale?
I got a 3-pack college basketball. I should have a best bet up before the top of the hour. I got 1 play in college basketball. I'll probably stay light today. Nice little card, though. I kind of like 2 extra games, but waiting on a little half-point swing on the hook-wise. Might get there, might not. Either way, sign up with me short-term, long-term. Pin with your favorite capper, pin with the hottest capper. Make sure you use that 15% code. Don't parlay. Let's get to the bank.
Yeah, get the bank with Solo right now. He's got a 3-pack up there. NBA, you can see the numbers. Has been hot in NBA as well. Solo, a best bet up there right now. Profit guaranteed on these one-day passes, or instead of buying all these plays individually, why don't you get on board with that long-term subscription? We got a 3-day pass or a 7-day pass up there and longer. So get on board with Solo right now over at Tony's Picks. Match up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what El Ninos has got for sale. Al's put together a great year over at Tony's Picks. Numbers are showing it right now here for the year in 2026. El Ninos, 1,046 units of profit. That's all based on $100 unit wager size. So, Al, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, I think those are the NBA numbers, if I'm not mistaken. Anywho, yeah, that's what I got today. So there you go. Just 1 play in the NBA so far. A lot of value on this card, though, as the guys were saying. So could get there with a 3-pack and maybe more. So as they also were saying, your best way to go is also those 2-for-1 long-term capper passes. Pair them up with your favorite capper and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
Yeah, El Niño's been red hot in the NBA, 1,000 units of profit. That's based on $100 unit wager size in the NBA for the year. Profit guarantee play up for El right now, up on the board. So get on board with El Niño's long-term subscriptions. Also a way to go with El when you get signed up. Remember, all of our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then we continue to handicap throughout the day and night. Looking for those late steam plays. Those are included at no extra charge when you buy the long-term subscriptions. The 3-day pass or longer includes late steam. Of course, 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match L with your favorite capper by just clicking the 2-for-1. Select capper 1 with L or your favorite cappers there on the 2-for-1. Great way to get signed up. All right, guys, I have a best bet on the board right now from College Hoops. Also working on a 3-pack. I got 3 premiums on the board. Looking for that 4th one to make a 3-pack out of. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks, like and subscribe. And of course, use the promo code TonyT and you'll save that 15% off. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. And of course, we welcome you guys to go visit us over on our YouTube channel over at Tony's Picks. Just type Tony's Picks in the search console there on the YouTube. And there you'll be able to find a lot of our great content up on the channel right now for you guys. And of course, looking at the YouTube channel, the best way to navigate our YouTube channel, just start from this homepage. You'll see any of our live in progress streams there. Playlist up there for you right now, our live playlist. Of course, we've got the Night Moves, 3 a.m. Eastern time with with Ramon DeAndre. Of course, look ahead with Alessandro. The first look at these games as the lines open. Our morning show, of course, Rod has got the happy hour here at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Daily Dangle comes back once the Olympic break is over in the NHL. Our NBA playlists are up to go as well. Props here from Chris's hit list. Chris delves in the NBA prop list today. So prop list here from Chris in the NBA today. So check that video out. Of course, our playlist. NFL, we got to move the NFL off the board. It's over for the year. Their NBA playlist and more, college and more as well up there for you guys as well. NHL up there for you guys. So a lot of great content on our channel as well as our shorts. So check it out. Of course, Rod, part here we catch on some of the mornings, but we catch a lot of your shows here. Happy hour. Of course, we'll wait for that NHL to come back with that Daily Dangle.
Definitely after the Olympic break, the Daily Dangle will return. So we'll still got the happy hour Monday to Friday, tune in at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll get you covered on any of the latest info because we know how that goes, late info plays. So see you 5:15 p.m. Eastern today for the happy hour show. Definitely tune in and check that out. Definitely. You see some of the other cameras that you see that just can't make the morning show pop in there on the happy hour show. So definitely tune in.
Definitely tune in and check it out. Of course, especially on those back-to-back nights for teams, you definitely want to check it out because we always find out who's in, who's out on back-to-backs. No doubt about that. Of course, Bo, we see here on the mornings, and of course, you do with some of your on-demand content as well.
Yeah, man. Finally got my camera working right. Finally made a whole complete show, and it's been a while, but looking to be back on that happy hour with Rod, especially on the days I don't have school. So that'd be Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and Sundays. And make sure, guys, I will be putting out that daily video, Bold 83, trying to make that a main feature, man, on the YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out every day. 3 picks available for free. Make sure to go check out them other guys' video, man. There's a lot of great content. For me, this is one of my stops, man. You know what I'm saying? I check out all these guys' videos. I make sure to smash that like button as well. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, everybody's watching, man. Salute everybody in the chat. If you're in here, make sure to smash that like, man, before you jump up out of here. We'll greatly appreciate it.
That's right. We do as well. Of course, El Nino's pretty much the fixture here in the mornings here on the show. We see us as well on the reels.
Yeah, mostly morning shows for me lately. So keep tuning in early. Again, if you can't, you can always catch the replay or catch one of the other live shows or any other videos. We got tons of great content over there at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So make sure you go check it all out. That's right, indeed. Of course, Solo, see you here on some of the mornings. You also pop around some of the other shows as well.
Yeah, I try to pop around on some of the other shows. We're definitely more of a morning guy. But like you say, as the season picks up and baseball and these daytime games come up, I'll be popping on them daytime live shows, jumping with those updates. Like I always say, guys, don't parlay and let's make some money.
That's right, parlay. Don't parlay, make some money there. Check us out on the YouTube channel. Guys, also make note here that college baseball starts on Friday the 13th. And we do have some handicappers. I know Ron Crawford follows it as well. Ramon follows it as well. So happy hour, Rod. We'll probably see Ron looking at some of those SEC baseball matchups.
Definitely go SEC.
Don't ask Rod yet.
Yeah, don't ask me about college baseball. Definitely, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a college baseball guy. No chance.
Not either.
Not diving into that sport as well. Nope. No. We got some cameras to do though, so definitely Ron Crawford got to cover. Boning got to cover. Not this guy.
No, that's right. That's right. Sometimes maybe College World Series, maybe dabble in one or two.
We need some numbers first. Couldn't even tell you who's on what team. So that's where you got to start first. So it's just I need to know who's what, where. I usually just have Ron.
That's Ron. Ron keeps an eye.
Yeah, Ron keeps an eye on that stuff. So I trust what he's been doing on it. He's been following that stuff for a while now. So I trust what he's been doing. Follow up with Ron in this in college baseball and KBO. We can't forget KBO in there as we're getting ready for baseball now. Here we're getting close to spring. Pitchers and catchers should be reporting pretty soon. Yep. So we got World Baseball Classic also coming up as well. So they got to start this spring training early. So this might be the week when they start reporting here in spring. So exciting times here as we say goodbye to football, but we know baseball right here up and coming. So guys,
all the welcome back Blue Jays and even the we won it all. Banners are back up here in Dunedin, right? So yeah,
Nice.
they're definitely
See?
excited for their Blue Jays here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
El Nino's there on the spring training home for the Blue Jays out there.
Yeah, the Phillies around the corner, a bunch of them out here. Yeah.
Yep. It's exciting.
You
It's
think,
fun to
you
watch.
think the Tigers figured
Yeah,
the
Tigers are
Scooble
down
was
the
going to be
road,
the highest
too.
paid pitcher on the team, and no, it's not. It's Framber, and he's already sweating. He hasn't even started hitting them out yet, and he's already sweating.
I'm telling you right now,
Remember
you
makes
get
more than Scooble.
Yeah, because he signed
Yeah.
he signed a contract with Detroit for like 40-something million, and they took Scooble to arbitration, and he gets 32 million. So yeah, Framber's getting paid more than Scooble on Detroit.
yeah, it's years of service. Years of service. The arbitration numbers are fixed, so there's not much more he can make in arbitration. So he just needs a little more time of service time. If Framber has more service time, that's why he got more money. That's kind of how it worked out there in the arbitration process. So, but no, Scooble's going to get his money after next season because he is on his free agent year, and Burroughs they don't do extensions until they become free agents. So he likely will play out the season. And of course, again, like I said, if Detroit makes the World Series, that's what did Toronto take in gate about $300 million from 4 home series dates. So there's a lot of money to be made when you host World Series.
Oh yeah,
$1,500
tickets to
tickets.
spend. I'm telling you.
Yeah. We're not even talking about the other playoff series. We're talking about the World Series where tickets are $1,500 and you had 50,000 seats and you had to sell 4 games. That was a ton of $300 million gate receipt there for Toronto.
Yeah.
Right. Big.
And they spent every penny of it. They spent every penny of it right out of the chute in spring in free agency. They spent $300 million in the first couple of weeks signing Cease and other guys. So you got to respect that.
And we're still looking to spend more.
Yeah.
So there's money. There's money to be made now. How this price inflation in tickets, what it does to the bottom line is when you host playoff games, man, it's tremendous, man. Tremendous amount of income that comes in. So maybe Detroit saw that and said, hey, let's go with it with Scooble and Framber as our 1-2. You know, that's a tough man. You get it in a division series, a best of 5 with Scooble Framber in a 5-game series.
It's tough.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. So we'll see how it rolls. So it should be exciting times here as we get into baseball. Already feeling the basement. We've been hot here for the last 2, and the weather in California, SoCal, has been like in the 80s. So we're already ready for baseball out here. We got baseball weather here for the last couple of weeks in SoCal. I don't know if you're still been in SoCal solo. You've been out here. Or you've been back east.
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, you're feeling the winter heat, huh? How do you like the winter heat?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I took about 18, 19 days. We got about another 10. We good.
There you go. Yeah, you came at the right time. We got winter heat here for the past couple of weeks. All right. Any closing thoughts for you guys before we close it out?
Let's have a winning day, guys.
Yeah, the early game of the day, Chicago State, take them. Lay the 2.5. They get the win there. They're the better squad. And everybody's on the road dog there in that one, and they're not that good. I'll take Chicago State, lay the 2.5. They get themselves a win because that thing will kick off that momentum. The happy hour show. Yes. Yep, build off that momentum. Take Chicago State, lay the 2.5. Yes.
There you go.
Be New Haven, so they continue to take that momentum and carry it right into this one. So take Chicago State.
And
then, as I said, Indy, I would find you a big.
Hey, it was just a free pick, man. I mean, I liked it.
I would find
You heard that too much, man.
Oh man, they bashed El Nino.
I mean, yeah, it seems to be like, as soon as you bash a team, they show up, right? But yeah.
He was trash talking Chicago State on Saturday in New Haven. New Haven.
Still trash talk the record. The record's still, still pretty trash.
Doesn't that always happen though? You bash some team and you say they're no good. And
I was trashing UNLV and they came out
and they step up.
I still think they have stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? They beat Grand Canyon. Who saw that coming? You know, like the Canyon. That's with UNLV. You just never know what you're going to get from that team. So crazy. All right, guys. That'll do it for the show. Closing thoughts from anyone?
Good luck.
Good luck to everybody. All right, let's wait. Goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony This Morning Show.